All right, onto some of the CRM AI features, Craig. Now, because HubSpot's goal is to have a CRM that is updated, right? Where you don't have to update it, and that's really the key things. So Smart Properties is a great way to do that. Now, when this got released, no one had any idea how to use that. And I think we have just been playing around and working things out. And so two kind of things that we often use it for is like to have a smart property that pulls out pain points from call transcripts, or it might be to do some research. So for example, one that I shared earlier was you might want to go and look at a company website or their documents that says when their financial year is, and when they're likely to get money or when their new financial year starts. So you can have a conversation with them and see what needs to be done. So you can run a prompt to say, hey, go look at all the documents and figure out when that financial year is starting. So you can let me know and put that in a smart property. So that's one less thing you have to go and find out, which would have been manual work before, but now you don't have to do that. So they're two key things that you can utilize.
All right. Just when it comes to smart properties, this is confusing because let's say you add a smart property that does that. Look at call transcripts and pull out pain points.
Yeah.
So that's set as a property. And so you're thinking, well, what is that just going to automatically fill? I've got 20,000 contacts. Is that suddenly going to fill for 20,000 contacts? Because then you go, hang on, this consumes credits. What's going on? And this is the important thing to know. Basically, you have to manually say fill a smart property.
Yes.
And so there's a couple of ways you can do it individually on a record or in bulk. You can select, say, let's say you'd created a smart property on a company record. You can select the companies that you want, and then you're just going to go fill the smart properties, and it'll do it. And it'll consume credits for each of those. And you can automate it from Data Agent as well. But just for people to realize, because I even remember, didn't we talk about this on a show?
We did.
Earlier in the year, and I was totally confused. I was like, this smart property, and it was all in beta, and we're like, oh, well, at least we won't get charged. But that was it. And it turns out I didn't understand it properly. You actually have to manually trigger filling them.
Yes. And so I think the thing to note here is the property is where the data is being stored, and the data agent is the one that's going and doing the fetching of the data for you. And that's where the credit usage takes place. It's not because you happen to have a smart property that you're getting charged. It's the data agent running to get the information.
Exactly right.
So, and it does vary. There are certain things on a company record and a contact record that it will and will not do. So you might start to create a property and you say, oh, I want the call transcript. And it needs to be on I think it's available on the company or the contact. I've forgotten which one it is. And so then you're like, hang on, that option's not available. So you just need to be aware that depending on the object, so currently it only works on company and contact objects. And I'm sure smart properties will roll out to other things, but those are the only two things that they're working on at the minute. So
I'll be interested to see, because I don't think anyone I've come across uses this unless we've prompted them about it. It seems to be the great unknown. Smart properties. People are confused. They don't know how to use them.
Correct.
And I can see why it confused me as well. By the way, how many smart properties can you have, Ian? Because I got confused about this as well. There is
as many as you like, right?
Yeah. There's a limit on things like calculated properties.
Yes.
Based on your Hubs subscription. Yes. But smart properties, no limit because they consume credits.
That's right.
HubSpot will happily go for it.
We'll happily let you create smart properties.